personally salute all frontliners who have worked tirelessly and innovators who have yielded a solution to prevent and treat COVID-19 and other crisis situations, or an initiative which has contributed towards mitigating the impacts of coronavirus and providing relief to communities. I have observed abundant creativity and innovation emerging at the national, institutional, organizational, and individual levels for the past year.
Now is the ideal time for initiatives like this to be explored, not only encourage development of innovation, but to manage future emergencies and crises.
Sejak mencapai kemerdekaan, Malaysia telah mengalami transformasi yang pesat demi kemakmuran dan kesejahteraan rakyat. Sektor kesihatan, antara sektor terpenting negara, sentiasa berhadapan dengan pelbagai isu dan cabaran dalam era globalisasi ini. Fokus Kementerian Kesihatan menjadi lebih luas, terutamanya dalam menyediakan kemudahan kesihatan yang saksama, mudah diperolehi dan berkualiti. Untuk itu, perancangan dan pelaksanaan program kesihatan negara perlulah berasaskan kepada bukti saintifik menerusi hasil-hasil penyelidikan yang berkualiti. Penubuhan Institut Kesihatan Negara atau NIH yang bernaung di bawah Program Penyelidikan dan Sokongan Teknikal Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia adalah bertujuan untuk menjalankan penyelidikan yang mana hasilnya dapat memberi bukti saintifik terhadap pembentukan polisi dan intervensi bidang kesihatan. NIH telah diluluskan di bawah rancangan Malaysia ke-7 dan secara rasmi beroperasi sejak bulan Ogos 2003. Visi NIH adalah untuk menjadi organisasi penyelidikan kesihatan terkemuka ke arah meningkatkan kesihatan dan kesejahteraan negara. Manakala misi NIH adalah menjalankan penyelidikan, latihan dan perundingan berkaitan kesihatan yang berkesan dan berimpak tinggi untuk meningkatkan kualiti hidup. Selain itu, NIH juga bertanggungjawab untuk mentadbir dan menguruskan penyelidikan di negara ini untuk menangani isu-isu kesihatan nasional. Kompleks NIH seluas 40 ekar di Setia Alam Selangor mempunyai ciri-ciri seni bina moden yang melambangkan kerancakan transformasi perkhidmatan kesihatan yang dizahirkan oleh penyelidikan yang berkualiti tinggi. Dilengkapi dengan pelbagai fasiliti serba moden, NIH turut menekankan kepentingan ekosistem alam sekitar yang mampu mewujudkan suasana kondusif untuk penyelidikan. Kompleks NIH menempatkan sebanyak 6 buah institut yang mempunyai pengkhususan dalam bidang penyelidikan masing-masing. Kelancaran operasi setiap institut ini disokong oleh pejabat pengurus dan pejabat pendaftar yang menjadi tunjang utama dalam pengurusan strategik dan pentadbiran NIH. Institut Penyelidikan Perubatan atau IMR merupakan institut penyelidikan biomedical tertua di Malaysia yang diwujudkan sejak tahun 1900 oleh Kerajaan British. Ketika itu, ia dikenali sebagai Institut Pathology di Kuala Lumpur. Hasil penyelidikan IMR telah banyak menyumbang kepada pengetahuan, pemahaman, rawatan dan kawalan beberapa penyakit tropika utama di negara ini dan rantau Asia Tenggara. Kini, fokus IMR juga kepada penyelidikan bioperubatan seiring dengan trend perubahan isu dan beban kesihatan negara serta kemajuan teknologi perubatan. Sejarah Institut Kesihatan Umum IKU bermula di Singapura sebagai Royal Sanitary Institute dan dijenamakan sebagai Royal Society for Promotion of Health RSH yang berperanan melatih inspektor kesihatan dari Tanah Melayu, Singapura dan Borneo. IKU berkembang menjadi pusat penyelidikan epidemiologi dan kesihatan awam yang menyediakan data-data kesihatan penting pembuat dasar dan pihak berkepentingan mengenai prevalen penyakit dan taraf kesihatan rakyat negara ini. Antaranya adalah tinjauan kebangsaan kesihatan dan morbidity at National Health Morbidity Survey yang dijalankan secara berkala. Institut Penyelidikan Klinikal atau ICR berfungsi sebagai cabang penyelidikan klinikal KKM dan mula beroperasi sejak Ogos 2000. Dengan 5 buah pusat kajian yang berperanan menggerakkan kajian-kajian klinikal tersendiri serta mempunyai 36 cawangan di hospital-hospital utama KKM di seluruh negara. ICR memainkan peranan penting dalam menerajui pembangunan dan pengukuhan kapasiti penyelidikan klinikal negara, mewujudkan dan mengekalkan pengkalan data klinikal bagi KKM dan juga mewujudkan kerjasama dengan organisasi penyelidikan tempatan, serantau dan antarabangsa mengenai penyelidikan klinikal. Institut Penyelidikan Sistem Kesihatan atau IHSR ditubuhkan pada November 2002 bagi membantu KKM dalam pelaksanaan penyelidikan terhadap sistem dan pengurusan kesihatan negara yang membantu dalam menyediakan bukti saintifik kepada pengubal dasar dan polisi kesihatan negara mengenai taraf dan kualiti penyampaian perkhidmatan kesihatan kepada rakyat. Institut ini berperanan dalam melaksanakan penyelidikan berimpak tinggi dalam bidang penyampaian perkhidmatan kesihatan negara, melaksanakan penilaian terhadap dasar dan polisi kesihatan dan kebolehcapaian perkhidmatan yang saksama dan berkualiti dalam kalangan semua rakyat negara ini. IHSR telah mendapat pengiktirafan antarabangsa dan telah dilantik sebagai Pusat Kerjasama Serantau WHO untuk peningkatan kualiti dan kesihatan. Institut Pengurusan Kesihatan IHM bermula di bawah Institut Kesihatan Awam yang dikenali sebagai bahagian latihan pengurusan. Penubuhan IHM bermula pada rancangan Malaysia ke-6 yang mana ia bertanggungjawab dalam meningkatkan pembangunan modal insan profesional di KKM untuk menghadapi cabaran dalam penyampaian perkhidmatan kesihatan yang berkualiti. Bidang penyelidikan yang dipelopori oleh IHM ialah aspek kepuasan pelanggan, pengurusan sumber manusia serta pemantauan dan penilaian terhadap kualiti perkhidmatan kesihatan negara. Selain itu, IHM turut berperanan sebagai sebuah institut yang menyediakan latihan berkualiti tinggi kepada kaki tangan KKM. Institut Penyelidikan Tingkah Laku Kesihatan IPTK ditubuhkan pada 2005 adalah bukti bahawa bidang tingkah laku kesihatan adalah penting dalam usaha mencapai sebuah negara maju. IPTK bertanggungjawab dalam melaksanakan penyelidikan inovatif dalam bidang tingkah laku, penilaian intervensi promosi kesihatan, kaedah komunikasi kesihatan yang efektif dan komunikasi risiko. Penyelidikan yang dilaksanakan oleh penyelidik-penyelidik di NIH bukan sahaja telah memperbaiki penyampaian kesihatan kepada rakyat Malaysia, namun telah turut mendapat pengiktirafan di dalam negara dan di peringkat antarabangsa. Way Forward NIH akan terus mengkaji dan meningkatkan kepakaran para penyelidik ke arah menghasilkan kajian-kajian berkualiti dan berimpak tinggi dalam meningkatkan taraf kesihatan dan kehidupan rakyat Malaysia.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next lined up program is a knowledge sharing session. Please enjoy.
Hi guys, today I'm going to share about 4 words in my sharing today, which are creativity, innovation, technology, education, and STEM. So let me introduce myself. My name is Nance. I'm the creative strategist and also the co-founder in STEM Discovery Space. It is an education group that is driven by STEM and also the Life Ready. Since I was a little child, my mind would actually wandering around, enjoying imagination, and do many things that is beyond what I can do right now. So reflecting also on the day that I've been through and then thinking how I want to change it given the chance, that actually makes me who I am today. I have strong background in engineering, process innovation, and also in R&D operation management. That's a career I'm enjoying for life right now. I believe that the ability to combine an empathetic understanding and also to creative thinking and critically analyze an issues, and actually also to subsequently have abundance of thinking in one process that is very essential to every of us and also to every of our education approaches. So given a chance, everyone likes to be creative. If you ask me, including myself, I would like to create stuff, be a problem solver ourselves, and also make contribution to the society. So I guess all this is basically we as a human, that is what we want to do and love doing it. So as a teacher, I love to see my children basically enjoying their creativity and then making the stuff that they like, and then also in the like enjoying freedom. And then as a mother, of course, as my sons that are actually playing music, I'll encourage them to make music themselves. As they're enjoying the toy, then I will actually like giving them the resources to make one for themselves. So as a human, I see that we tend to encourage people to actually like think beyond the box or think out of the box, and even to encourage them to actually make life simpler, make things easy, and also like do many things is in the fastest way. I guess this is naturally in us and also in us helping others. So before I bring you and introduce you basically to our education approaches, basically it is a sharing that what we have done. So I guess let me just talk about a bit on this creativity and also the innovation. So I'm going to run some definitions so that we grab the wholesome of the right concepts together. All right, I'm going to do a screen sharing now. Okay, so now on the screen, you can see that basically that is a human brain, all right? So there are 2 parts of the brain. I got this picture from the internet, which I find it very interesting to basically to have it shared here, because it actually gives a very pictorial view of what is creativity and then also what is innovation. It describes the words very well in this picture form visually. So let us talk about its creativity first. So creativity on this side is basically it is an activity in which a person actually think beyond his imagination or bring something actually go above to being unique and also original. So it is basically it is the ability to actually think about something that is very unpredictable, at the same time unique and original. So it used to actually create new ideas, alternative solutions, and actually also like imagine possibilities in many different ways. It is not a genetic, by the way, so it gives us this hope and also this ability to actually develop it further. If let's say we keep on learning and comprehend the skills and then in the knowledge with the right way lah. So that is the creativity. So now we go on to the innovation. So innovation is basically on the other side. You can see there's a lot of wiring. There's a lot of mechanism that is being placed in the innovation, which is basically it is an act of application of new ideas, and in which it could create values. So it is a better or a smarter way of actually making maybe new technology, new product line or new segment, or maybe a new method for production and even improvement in the existing products. So in a simpler form and term, creativity basically refers to generating new and novel ideas, while innovation refers to implementation, whereas it leads to applying the creative ideas to invent something new. But most importantly, you can actually see these two are basically interrelated and is closely tied to each other. So I always believe that if we cultivate this right thinking in us, so it will actually build into our habits and in turn to our practices. And of course, all of us are aware that the habits will need an environment and also a platform for us to grow. So for it to stay as a habit to build into ourselves, we actually need this right environment and also the platforms. That is where we can actually continuously practice it. And then because the more we practice, the more we're going to build higher confidence in us that our ability to actually do it with the skills and the knowledge that we have. And also we will see basically what we need in order for us to grow further lah. The last thing that we want to see is we kill our creativity and innovation before we realizing it. So that's where my sharing for today is about igniting the creativity and innovation in technology education via STEM. So now I'm going to go on to talk a bit about the word STEM, STEM. The widely used acronym STEM refers to those 4 different disciplines that serve as a foundation for many innovative global industries. It is an integration of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. STEM focusing on providing robust science, technology, engineering, and math education. It is gaining momentum for more than 2 decades now. And many schools have embraced the principles of encouraging the scientific inquiries to solve real-world problems. Over the 5 past years in Malaysia, the term STEM is used a lot. But depending on who is speaking it can mean many different things. Some people say STEM when they really mean it's just science or maths. Others may talk about STEM when they are really focused on coding and robotics. And many people will consider many engineering design challenges or even calculus to be, by definition, a STEM project. In my opinion, a true STEM should integrate the elements of science, technologies, engineering, and maths cohesively. For example, students should apply their knowledge of science and maths to engineer a new product, or they should be using technology and mathematics to help in their science research projects. This intentional integration is the key defining the element of science and STEM education. Let us move to the next. So now we are ready to go into how we ignite creativity and innovation in technology education via STEM. Let me share a bit of our education journey with you all. Being the pioneer in championing and implementing STEM 2012 and STEAM 2016 education in Malaysia, STEAM Discovery Space basically take pride to be the home of STEM and STEAM discovery learning that inspires creativity and innovation. A space where children can discover themselves, find their path, explore and adventure, change and make evolution for their better future. In 2019, space discovery, which is also the little makers, added adaptive learning and applied knowledge to our design, STEM and STEAM programs in 2019. It is an educational model which changes the landscape of learning from a one-size-fits-all approach to a customized environment for each child. Our adaptive learning classes is progressed by children's ability and skill mode, giving an on-demand challenge based on children's acceptance level, which is their acceptable difficulties, which engages the area between a student's comfort zone and its challenge limit. While we are still in fight with the pandemic, we continue to focus on creating values and achieving our education vision. So in 2022, we proudly enrich our proprietary syllabus in the Little Makers with an additional of 4 masteries for technology innovation. So I'll bring you to them one by one. So first, we provide the 5 space discovery elements. Our discovery space is one of the greatest settings and integration that we have. We're proud to provide this discovery space, idea space, creativity space, AI space, and the maker space. Why do we name them as such? It has a purpose and meaning, of course. In igniting children's interest in discovery, we are connecting their spaces, SPACE, which carry different meanings on its own. So S stands for self-discovery, path, P stands for path discovery, A stands for adventure discovery, C stands for change discovery, and E stands for evolution discovery in its natural learning path. Give the children the power and the space of discovery, we will be amazed by many things that the future-ready kids can achieve. So if we could see and experience the life through the discovery eyes of a child, everything would be new, fun, and extraordinary. And thus, we name ourselves the STEAM Discovery Space. That's basically our company. All right, so I'm going to move you to the second, which is we embrace the STEAM state of mind. In a critical way, STEM education is a mental shift from understanding teaching as the transmission of a particular knowledge base to seeing teaching as an art or act of equipping the students with the right tools and problem-solving skills to handle whatever that they may encounter. This forces a change in the mindset of educators as well as the students. Students can only learn to think, design, and solve problems when we give them the opportunities to practice. But that means the students will struggle, they will pursue their ends, and then they may get the wrong answers. Many teachers will often view this outcome as failures, but with our own STEM mindset or STEAM mindset, we can see them for what they really are, the opportunities for our students to grow. All these essentials, trial and error, research and reflection, and genuine interest and curiosity in the problems are very important lessons in making progress. Continue to seek better potential solutions. The right state of mind shall give the children the courage to decide. That's always what we believe. Then I would like to move on to the third, which is we design our curriculum with ADST. So tell me what's ADST? It stands for Applied Design, Skills, and Technologies. So ADST, it basically builds our children's natural curiosity, intent, inventiveness, and then desire to create, and then also work in a very practical way. It harnesses the power of learning by doing and provides challenging fun that inspire the student or the children to dig deeper, work with big ideas, and adapt to a changing world. It provides learning opportunities through which students can discover their interests in practical and purposeful ways. So what does it mean? So let me tell you. Applied design, it encourages the ability to develop an empathetic understanding of a challenge. It also generates creativity in the generation of the solutions and critical thinking for analyzing the solution to find the right ones. Whereas the S&T, skills and technology, it helps children to move from design to real-life application. In the ADST curriculum, students grow through the use of design thinking principles, gain full understandings of how to apply their skills to tackle an opportunity in creative ways, using appropriate skills and technologies for the task at hand. Learning in ADST, it provides a firm foundation for lifelong learning and, for some, specialized studies and a diverse range of career opportunities, if you ask me. So our ADST curriculum is built through our years of experience in STEM and STEAM education. There shall be no box in any thinker-bind but discovery ready. So our ADST, it fosters the development of future problem solvers, innovators, and skill creators who can contribute to addressing challenges in our world and power up with the technologies, knowledge that they have to improve their lives, the life of others, and also the environment. And in ADST, basically we developed this skill set to 6 I's: inquiry, ignite, inspire, ideate, innovate, and invent. So when we talk about the first one, which is inquire, so people inquire to know more, cultivating more self-interest and also self-learning. When we talk about ignite, it basically ignite the interest and increase the curiosity. For inspire, it's basically to create a love of learning and resilience to overcome challenges. For idea, it is more to the habits developments, to always create opportunities and then to seek solutions. When it comes to innovate, it is not just about ideas, but innovate ideas by applying knowledge with the right skills developments. Whereas for invent, it is to express creativity in a generation of solutions and creations. So that's about our ADST. So now I'm going to move to the fourth one, which is engineering discovery. There is a huge difference in consuming technology and being able to create it. So as we all have known, technology has transformed education, but while students learn how to use it, they rarely learn how the technology works. So in fostering the development of the STEAM and the STEM skills and knowledge innovation in technology education, we make a few revolutions by cultivating the engineering discovery into our syllabus. So just as the scientific method has been a valuable tool for science education to teach the process of science, the engineering design process is a formal step-by-step guide that aligns to the real-life works of engineers. By following this process, students learn to plan, build, test, and improve their prototypes, in which it leads to the best product possible. Engineers are integrated and creative problem solvers who design technology and develop innovation solutions to make things work better. Introducing engineering to children at early stage develops an understanding of the world around them and what and how to improve it. It helps children to gain awareness and interest in STEAM learning pathway along their discovery of life. Our education is to inspire children to build on their desire for answers by exploring more engineering concepts in a fun, hands-on way. It is to build them to actually equip with the future generation with the skills, not just to use the technology, but also to make it work for them. So that is one of the important factors that we stress in our education syllabus. If you have noticed that just now I use STEM and STEAM quite often in my sharing, is because our education center will offer both STEM, STEM, and STEAM, STEAM education. So for those of you who have not known much about the STEAM, STEAM is basically, it is an offshoot of the STEM movement that actually blend the art into the mix. So the A basically stands for the art. The idea is that there's artistic thinking is actually part of the well-rounded education that actually encourage creativity and innovation to basically enhance further the engineering and technological designs. So for example, a well-designed application will actually function to solve the problems with technology, but the stylishness and also the usability, the composition will enhance the functionality for the user even more. So that's where the humanity part is basically added to the technology education. So STEM basically points out that this art and also this addition of the art would enhance the communication skills that this STEM engineer would need to express their ideas too. So as a student who actually learn to investigate the issues and prototype the outcomes, they are encouraged to think creatively to engineer the solution and to bring it up to better levels. So introduce our students to STEM and later to the STEAM concept in a very fun and interactive way. So most of the time, we actually use a lot of the problem-based learning, project-based learning, and also the inquiry-based learning for them to connect themselves to the real-life scenarios and also the hands-on activity. So we actually encourage them to be more observant, to actually look into these problems or the opportunity from multiple dimensions, and also to help them with the experiential learning to accelerate their comprehension of this thinking and also the application of the technology. So for this STEM classes, just for some examples, let me just go to the next slide. So, okay, allow me to talk about some of our STEM classes that we offer. So if you look at the slide right now, it is basically some of the examples of the activities that we offer in our center. So we have maker labs focusing on AI and robotics, as well as the bring home DIY robots, as well as this innovation on the technologies. And then we do have also the science lab focusing on creative science experiments, covering chemistry, physics, biology, especially that's our children's favorite. And also now we have extended that to the life science. So let me talk about our STEM and our STEAM in our classes. So for example, when the classes or the team comes to the sound and energy, our unique syllabus is not just teaching the science of the sound. It would involve both hands-on science experiments, the key theory and score. We will also connect the team to our ear structure, functions and parts, hearing, sensitivity, and music by ear. Then followed by projects for the kids to make their own musical instruments and to have musical play in groups. On top of that, our kids will dance and do body movements via the music beats. By the end of the month, our class and our lesson plans will actually end with related engineering like acoustic or sound related engineering, which is truly fun in STEAM and STEM classes. Speaking of chemistry, in our fun chemistry month, the kids are exposed to many daily use ingredients and sources, extended later to food chemistry, biochemistry, and related concepts. STEAM is to integrate the knowledge and connect the application to real world, uses existing knowledge and discovering the new knowledge. So among our projects, the kids will prepare their own essential shower gel, shampoo, and hand washing soap. In the process, they learn and to avoid dangerous chemistry, etc. As and when our lessons arrive at the food chemistry, table manners are discussed as well as good character are being reinforced. Our chemistry month would also be extended to related engineering to enhance the key imagination on the content of the chemical world. So Another example is our Creativity Month. Creativity is ignited in every one of us and it's part of our personality. In our bottomless creativity projects, we are unfolding the creativity of all children. We will run projects in 3D design with 3D printer, 3D pen, needle, and also butter button, paper, clay to master functional skills when it comes to create things. Overall, our uniqueness STEM and STEAM classes is for the kids to have access to all kinds of materials that will allow them to choose and find their own interest and talent in the way they decide to construct their ideal product or the projects. Incremental developments of creation skills shall develop the kids to be intuitive in thinking and coming up with innovative and creative ideas that get them ahead and stay ahead. Last but not least, like when it comes to our Makers Month, in every Maker section, our kids' motor skills are emphasized. They're also exposed to shouldering skills, robotic coding, and hands-on basic electronics and electrical stuff. That said, with all the skills that our children will learn through attending our center, the skills are complementing each other and in turn, it brings out the best in our kids. Our teaching brings out a cohesive combination of motor skills, basic electronics and electrical, E&E knowledge, and hands-on experience. So that's about the STEM and STEAM in our classes. So I would not emphasize enough that how STEM and STEAM education is motivating students to actually adapt an innovative mindset and to come up with creative solutions. And I truly believe that the STEM and the STEAM education support the students to understand the fundamental law of the nature in a multidisciplinary way. So it gives the students the right tools and also the knowledge to seek new and creative ways of problem solving, thinking for opportunities, pattern recognition especially, and also they are able to join multiple domains to create a technology. So over the past few years, there has been a dramatic rise in the innovation developed by the students, especially I see the trend in Malaysia. Malaysia's children have shared good results in the International Science and Engineering Fair 2022, STEM Carnival, and also the latest World Young Inventors exhibition. And our children from the Little Makers and Life Ready Kids are awarded 2 gold awards for their invention. So wow, I'm really impressed by them, by their motivation, determination, and also the passion to the technology. So it is very important to take a look at the current state of our education to get a sense of where the future may lead. So future renovation will be led by high readiness individuals. If you all can see, is who can actually understand and accommodate the demand of an increasingly connected, agile, and fast-moving world. Technology education is not just like centralized or controlled by anyone, but rather it will continue to evolve in the new and interesting ways, driven largely by the skills required in our 21st century economy. As the demands grow for the technical workers who can solve new and challenging problems, and so too the demands on formal and informal education rise to prepare the students in technology education. So my speech today, I hope I have not just like emphasized on igniting the creativity and innovation in the technology education Rajasthan, but actually I want to promote the culture of the startup entrepreneurship, especially maybe for those youngsters and children right from the technology education that we have right now. Hopefully to actually bridge the gap between the innovation strategies as well as the business strategies. So very happy that I'm able to share all this with you all today. So hope to see you again. Thank you.